Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing part 3 of the Arc of Infinity. Again, I like the Arc of Infinity. It's such an underrated story. I'm enjoying everything that's going on here. First off, I haven't commented on the incidental music, I don't think. I like it. Like, sometimes it's going in the background, you don't really notice it, it's just kind of there. But other times, especially on Gallifrey, when stuff is happening, it's really good. I remember there was either one part in part 1 and part 2 I really liked it. There was a part here in part 3 where the music really gets going, and I really liked it. It definitely hasn't had any bad music, nothing that's put me off. So either doing its job in the background or stuff that I've really enjoyed. So a nice nod to the incidental music there. Peter Davison is putting in a good performance in this one. I've really liked him in this story a lot. I think this is one of his strong performances. Again, loving seeing Nyssa get stuff to do, taking the initiative, once again carrying a gun, shooting a guard. You can see again where it was kind of written with Leela in mind, but I'm liking it because I'm loving Nyssa get to do action stuff. How often do we get that? Loving that a lot. Michael Goff, again, putting in a good performance as Heyman or Hedman or whatever his name is. Hedman, I forget what he's called. Of course, the reveal of him being the one behind everything, helping Omega. I already knew it. I've seen the story. But even if you hadn't known, they did such a good job in the first 2 parts trying to paint him as the good guy that you kind of see it coming. They tried a little too hard. Although I do love the scene when he talked with Michael Goff talking with Barusa. You know, that's both of the actors there, Michael Goff and the guy playing Barusa, are doing a good job. With I can't allow access to that, but you're going to do it anyway, and he holds him at gunpoint. I love listening to Michael Goff explain why he's doing what he's doing, because he has a lot of respect for Omega, almost reveres Omega. You know, he was the first of us, the reason we have time travel, and, you know, we've just forgotten about him, or, you know, he hasn't gotten the accolades he should have. So he's doing it because he thinks he's doing it for the right reasons. You know, most people don't think they're evil. Again, like I mentioned in the previous review, you know, the road to hell being paved with good intentions, and that he thinks he's doing the right thing, and that it's worth all of the costs that he's had to, or all the sacrifices he's had to make, the cost he's had to incur. Although I do love that when the chips are down, he gives his life to save the Doctor. When the Castellan walks in, boy, the Castellan's one determined. Boy, the Castellan and Maxwell, they really went to the same school of single-mindedness, didn't they? When he goes to shoot the Doctor, that I love that Michael Goff, when the chips are down, when he doesn't have time to think, when he's working on instinct, he chooses to save the Doctor, that he shields the Doctor. You know, he gives his life to protect the Doctor, even though that kind of makes his cause falter. Now, if he'd had time to think about it, he might not have done that. He has sacrificed a lot for what he's working on. But in the spur of the moment, on instinct, his first instinct is to protect the Doctor. And I do love that. It's a bit of a nice redemption for the character, and I very much enjoyed it, especially because I love me some Michael Goff. The stuff going on Earth, but there's not a lot of it. Most of it is set on Gallifrey here. Seeing Tegan and the other guy captured, that's Nyssa, but that's Tegan butting her head into trouble without thinking it through. The scene when the Doctor's in the Matrix, I love the effect of that. When he's kind of floating there, when Omega's talking to him. That's a really neat effect. It looks like a spider's web, which I think is a nice little allegory because the Doctor is kind of caught in the spider's web, so to speak. I actually think that's purposely done to resemble a spider web because that's very much what's happening there. The Doctor's caught, he can't get out, he can't move. And I love the scene when Omega actually gets mad at him the first time they talk, and Omega's like, you know, don't provoke me, Time Lord Least, because that very much harkens back to Omega from the Three Doctors, with him having that temper that'll flare. You actually see that when the Doctor kind of calls him on it. He's like, don't provoke me, Time Lord, and he leaves for a minute to kind of compose himself. That's a nice little harken back to how Omega would act in the Three Doctors. So I like that. I definitely enjoy those scenes when he's in the Matrix, seeing Tegan get tortured, and even though he doesn't fully know whether that's really her or an illusion, he agrees to not interfere to protect her. Yeah, I still enjoy this story a lot. I like Arc of Infinity. I'm never going to understand why people don't like Arc of Infinity. I feel like it moves at a nice pace. It's a 4-parter that knows it only needs to be a 4-parter. So I really enjoyed part 3. I'm going to go ahead and finish up part 4, and we'll review the story as a whole. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button, and let me know what you think of part 3 as well. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me on that. Links to that down in the description below. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane, Colin Coney, and Finn Perkins. I do appreciate their continued support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. It does make a difference. I also have YouTube memberships available if you are interested in that. Links to the Amazon wish list are down there, as is the P.O. Box, most importantly.